So I hope you guys are going to have a very first demo for data engineering with Google Cloud Platform. Okay. In this demo session, I am going to talk about what is data engineering first, and we will also talk about what is the role of a data engineer as a part of the demo session today. And this is going to be the agenda. We are going to first see what is data engineering, and then we will talk about the Google Cloud Platform overview. What is this Google Cloud Platform? What kind of a services it is offering, and how it is different from the Azure Cloud as well as AWS Cloud, we will see. And then we will talk about the detailed course curriculum, right? What are the topics that we are going to cover as a part of the course for next 3 months? What are the basics we are covering? What are going to be the data engineering tools are going to be covered? We are going to see it here. And then we will see the course details like timings, how the recordings are provided, notes, and all of those details we will see it. Okay. So this is a demo session, guys, where we are going to talk about these 4 topics. What is data engineering? The Google Cloud Platform overview, the detailed course curriculum, and course details. So these are the 4 topics that we are going to cover as a part of the demo session. And plenty of the people may be having a different questions, such as like, how would I get a job from the course? And sir, what about my current experience? How to manage the current experience? And I do not know the cloud at all. Sir, how to manage it? Sir, how to get the job? Will I be able to get the job or not? Right? So does it make sense to my profile or not? So you may be having a plenty of the questions. I'm going to answer each and every question by the end of the session. Okay. So for all of these things, how you have to manage your current experience, how to learn in a systematic way, in a more organized way, so that you can able to ready for the interviews, crack the interviews, work in the company comfortably. We have already done. I have been providing the GCP data engineering trainings from the last 3 years, ran more than 80 plus batches, more than 4,000 people we have trained in the corporate trainings. I have also provided corporate trainings and all of those things. And you are at a very safer hands, transformed more than 800 people into the GCP data engineering career. There are coming from multiple departments, right? So people come from mechanical background, production background, IT background, supporting, testing, mainframes, data warehousing, SQL background. So people comes from the different backgrounds. I've already transformed many to the GCP data engineering, and GCP is providing you plenty of opportunities. By the end of the session, how you have to do it, what you have to do it, how properly you have to do it, I'm going to tell you. Right? So I will tell you the proper course curriculum later, so that you will get a very good confidence what we are going to cover as a part of this session. Okay. Now, before we actually talk about our very first topic, let me gonna first tell me about myself. Let me gonna tell you about myself, guys. The very first thing, my name is Shaik Saidhul. I'm currently working as a solution architect at Quantech. I'm also a consultant at Databricks. I've completed my master's degree from NIT Tiruchirappalli. I do have more than 9 years of experience into the data and AI field. I have done many certifications into the GCP, Azure, AWS, Databricks, Python, Terraform. I am having a good experience on multi-cloud platforms also. Okay. So coming to my trainings experience, I have 3 years of experience into the GCP itself. I've been providing the GCP data engineering almost 3 years, more than 80 plus batches I have ran. So most of these things on GCP data engineering, many projects I have trained, and have even provided the trainings for the corporate trainings as well. Recently, I have provided for the Cognizant as well. Okay, so this is all about me, guys. Remember me as Sheikh Saidul. Yeah, let us first talk about what is data engineering. Before me telling you about what is data engineering, can you guys tell me what do you guys know about data engineering? Anyone? Please unmute yourself and tell me what is data engineering in your terms. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I see some of the people pasting the chart. Yes, that's a very good answer. Mm. Mm. Okay. All right. Any other answers? Anyone? You can also put your answer in the chat box. I see some of the people are pasting in the chat box. That's a very good one. So it is a data processing involved. Yes. Data analytics we have to do it, sir. Yes. We have. Yes. 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 Exactly. That's a very good answer. Working and one more answer, working on daily data, processing data smoothly. Yes. The one who convert raw data into the data insight, insightfully data for analysis. Those are yes. So these are all correct answers actually. I'm gonna put it into a simple form so that you guys can understand it. Right, sir? Where is actually this data is coming from? First thing, where is this actual data is coming from? See, you wake up in the morning every day, you wanted to order a breakfast, you go to the Swiggy or Zomato, right? The moment you interact with an application, that's where the data is getting generated. You wanted to travel from one location to another location, you book a ride on the Ola or Uber. Again, there's a data that is getting generated. So you wanted to purchase one of the product, you go to Flipkart or Amazon, that's where the data is getting generated. So you have a plenty of the data that is getting generated every day at an application. So you have a data that is coming from some application. Some people stores the data in the form of a CSV file or a JSON file. You see, some of the company stores their data in the form of a CSV file or Excel files. Or you have a data that is coming from some database. Some of the companies, if you can go ahead and see, they store the data in the SQL databases, MySQL or a SQL Server or a Oracle database or a PostgreSQL database. Right? Some of the data is coming from the databases, or some of the data is coming from some IoT devices or some application interfaces, APIs. So there's a huge amount of a data that is coming from these multiple data sources. So there's a huge amount of a data that is coming from these multiple data sources. So what is a business manager say is that if you try to understand the data, analyze this data, if you try to analyze this data, this will give you some kind of a insight. This will give you some kind of a insight, right? So tell me, what is the end goal of every company? What is the end goal of every company? Every company wanted to grow, right? So if you guys wanted to grow your business, if you guys wanted to improve your business, you need to know where to improve it. So that's what will be provided by the data engineering. So data engineering is a process where we are going to be extracting the data, storing the data, analyzing the data so that you get some kind of an insight. These insights are very useful for the business improvement. That's the end goal of every company, right? So if you guys wanted to improve your business, you need to know some kind of a information. Those information will be coming from the data by analyzing it. Okay, so that's the reason, if you guys wanted to understand the data or analyze the data, you need to first do what, sir? If I wanted to analyze the data, what is the very first thing that we have to do is that we need to extract the data from these multiple data sources and store it first. We have to extract the data from these multiple data sources and store it. So this is a very first step. If you guys wanted to analyze the data to get some kind of an insight, we first have to extract the data and store it into a one single layer that is called as a data lake. In the data lake, we are going to store the raw data that is coming from some your data sources. We extract the data from these multiple data sources, store it into a single layer called data lake, which is a one of the location where we store the raw data as it is. Now, sir, we have the data with us. Can we go for the analysis so that I can get some insight? Tell me, guys. Can we go for the analysis now? Yes. So we cannot directly go for the analysis. We cannot directly go for the analysis because this is a raw data. This raw data may contain a duplicates. Right, sir. This data may contain a duplicates. This data may contain a null values. This may data contain a bad records, or this may contain a unnecessary information. Unnecessary information. So this is a raw data that is directly coming from the data sources. So this may contain a duplicates or a null values or a bad records or a unnecessary information. So that is the reason we have to eliminate these issues. We have to introduce one more process that's called as data processing. Here we are going to process the data. Right, sir. We are going to process the data. We are going to clean the data. We are going to prepare the data for the analysis. We are going to eliminate all of these problems and then we clean the data here. So that's what we are going to do. We are going to clean the data here. We are going to prepare the data to a proper format to do the analysis. We are going to prepare the data to a proper format to do the analysis. Once the data is properly cleaned, we are going to do the analysis most of the time in the data warehousing, or you can do any other different tools also. So this is where we are going to do the data analysis. We are going to do the data analysis, sir. Here we are going to perform the data analyzing or analysis. We use a different languages. Most of the time we use a SQL language to do the analysis, and we create some kind of a aggregated data or business ready data, and we are going to store it in the form of a table. We analyze the data and we store the data into the table. Once you analyze the data and create a table for it, and that data can be utilized by the BI for creating a dashboard or report, or a ML for creating some kind of a model, or data scientist for finding the future trends, or the business group for directly utilizing this data for the decision making purpose. So this is nothing but your downstream, right? So you extract the data, store the data, process the data, analyze the data, send this data to the downstream people so that they can utilize this data for their own usage purpose according to their requirement. Not only that, one more final important step is data governance and monitoring to make sure the data is accurate and controlled throughout the entire process. Okay, so we are going to do the data governance to make sure the data is accurate and complete and controlled properly throughout this entire steps or process. This is a whole package of data engineering. Data engineering is a foundation where, or it is a foundation or a process of collecting, organizing, or preparing large amounts of the data so that it can be easily used and analyzed. While we are doing so, we may have to build a different systems or an infrastructure that allows this entire mechanism to be automatically done efficiently. Right? So here is the definition for it. It is a process of collecting, organizing, preparing large amounts of the data so that it can be easily used and analyzed. While we are doing so, we may have to build the systems and infrastructure that allow the data to be captured, stored, and processed efficiently and automatically. Right? So this is what is data engineering, everyone. Right? What a data engineer does are on a daily basis. What is the role of a data engineer? Whatever you have seen the steps, he is going to be working on a daily basis. The data engineer may work on data ingestion. He may work on the data processing or data storage and management, data processing, data quality and governance, data pipeline creation, performance optimization, monitoring and maintenance. A data engineer on a daily basis, he may work on ingesting the data or storing the data efficiently and accessing the controlling the access, or using the different frameworks to process the data, taking care of the quality and governance, data pipeline creation, end-to-end batch pipelines or streaming pipelines, optimizing the code or pipeline to run it efficiently, monitoring the pipelines and maintaining the pipelines. So a data engineer will do on a daily basis these many activities. Multiple data engineers in a project will do all of these multiple activities. So this is what is data engineering, everyone. Okay, so this is what is data engineering, which is very, very important and which is a foundation for plenty of other opportunities such as data analytics, machine learning, data science, AI, BI. For all of these people, data engineering is a foundation. Data engineer has to work on all of these activities so that the data is ready, so that they can create the dashboards or reports, or they can use it for machine learning models or data science, or decision making purpose, right? You might be already seeing nowadays Amazon live sales, big billion sales. So these are all the things actually comes from the insight. These insights are actually coming from the data analysis only. You will get to know, right? So people get to know when you are analyzing the data, you will get to know where is the number of sales are less. If we wanted to improve the sales, what we have to do? We put a lot of discounts, year-end sales. So such a kind of a things actually comes from the analysis only. Those are the real world insight they usually get it. So once you got to know what you have to do it, the moment you implement it in your real world business, so that's where you are going to see the increase in the sales or customer behavior or customer satisfaction gets improved. So that's what is you are going to get as an outcome for all of those things. So data engineering is a foundation, everyone. I hope you guys got an idea that what is data engineering. Now, if you now know that what is data engineering, in this data engineering, you have to ingest the data, store the data, process the data, analyze the data. Sir, where do we do all of these things? Tell me, guys. Sir, I wanted to do the data ingestion. Sorry. Sir, I wanted to do the data ingestion. I wanted to store the data, sir. I wanted to process the data, sir. I wanted to analyze the data, sir. I wanted to govern the data, sir. I wanted to create data pipelines, sir. I wanted to create some kind of reports and dashboards, sir. Sir, I wanted to take care of monitoring, sir. Maintenance, monitoring and maintenance, data security. Right? So these are all the activities as a data engineer you wanted to do. Where do we do it, sir? Tell me. Tell me. Let's take an example. Let's take an example, sir. One of the example is all of these activities are there like storing, processing. Let us take one of the storage example. Assume that, sir, I'm giving you some 100 terabytes of data. I'm giving you 100 terabytes of the data. So there's a client for you, and the client is giving you some 100 terabytes of the data. So you have 100 terabytes of the data and is asking you to store this data. Tell me, where do you store it? Give me the answer. Please speak. This is my sessions are going to be the more interactive sessions. You can be a part of the discussion always so that you will learn more. Tell me, where do we store this data? Okay, let us just say, sir, there's no cloud. Okay. Mhm. Okay, database server, right? So whatever it is, some server, whether it is a SQL server or some server, you have to, right? You have to store it. So if you are following a on-prem, nothing but traditional methodology, sir, on-premises, right? So on-premise traditional methodology, you have to store it on some server. But if you wanted to store it on some server, you need to purchase the machines first because the machines are not readily available, right? Right. So first you need to purchase machines. Once the machines, then you have to assign the storage or first install the operating system and the libraries, and then you have to do the assign the storage, assign the storage and configure the backup, and you have to take care of the networking. Then once everything is ready as per the standard, that's what you call it as a server. And that means once everything is ready, you may install some kind of a server. For example, if you wanted to store it in some database, you install some additional things like mysql sql server or something, or if you wanted to store it as it is, you can make it as a server. Then you do the maintenance also, monitoring and maintenance activities also you have to do it on your own, right? Monitoring and maintenance. So tell me guys, how much time this will take? How much time this entire things may take? I've just mentioned few processes only. How much time this would take? Right? So it may take a lot of time. Let us just say, sir, it taking a lot of time, lot of effort, lot of money, lot of effort, lot of money. Right? So this will take a lot of time, lot of effort, lot of money. This is what it will do. Once everything is ready as per the standard, then only we can go ahead and store this data. Right? So then only we can go ahead and store this data. So this is what is on premises. When you're following a on premises, so you are going to spend a lot of time, lot of effort, lot of money. Right? So when you are following a on premises model, so when you are following a traditional model, so you are going to spend a lot of time, lot of effort, lot of money building the infrastructure, isn't it? But when you have a cloud platform, what do we do, sir? If I do not have, sir, I don't want it to go with on premises because it taking a lot of time, it taking a lot of effort, lot of money. So what is an alternative for us? The alternative is cloud. One of such cloud platform is what, sir? Google Cloud Platform. So, sir, if I don't wanted to proceed with the on premises, I can go with the cloud, sir. If I'm going with the cloud, first you create a cloud account. Cloud account. Once a cloud account is set up, you set up the billing because it is not free, right? You have to set up the billing. Then you choose a proper service to store the data. Choose a suitable service, right? A suitable storage service, right? Choose a suitable storage service, and then you directly go for storing the data. Then, right? Then this is what it is. Then directly you can go for how much time this will take. Tell me, right? Maximum 1 day or 2 days, hardly 2 or 3 days. Right? If you want it, if everything has to be approved and all of those things, hardly take 1 or 2 days. Right? See here, you are spending a lot of time over here. You are spending a lot of things, lot of less time, less effort, less money. You don't have to integrate with multiple people. You don't have to connect with multiple people because you don't have a lot of knowledge on purchasing the machines because you have to outsource it. You don't know how to install the machines. You don't know how to assign the storage backups. You don't have to do it because one person does not know all of these things. You have to coordinate between multiple people, collaborate with multiple people, multiple teams. To do it, it is going to take a hell lot of time, effort, and money. That's where what is cloud doing for us? Cloud is saving the time, saving the effort, saving the money. So that's the reason most of the companies started utilizing the cloud platform. So one of such a cloud platform is Google Cloud Platform. So what is doing for us? So for storing the data, you don't have to build any infrastructure. You already have a ready-made infrastructure. You already have a ready-made infrastructure. So the same thing here I have mentioned. If you guys wanted to ingest the data, don't worry about it. There's a separate service for the data ingestion. If you wanted to store the data, don't worry about it. GCP is offering you the services for storing the data. For processing it, there is a separate service like Dataproc Dataflow. For analyzing it, a BigQuery is there. For creating a looker is there, BI. And for governance, you have a data catalog is there. For monitoring, cloud logging and monitoring is there. For data, what is this one? Data processing or data, whatever it is, right? Data science, you have a multiple AI tools are offered. And data pipeline creation, so you can create the data pipelines in different proc or data flow, or you can do that. So these are the things, right? So whatever the data engineering activities that you guys have wanted to do it, GCP is offering you a plenty of the services, right, sir? GCP is offering you plenty of the services. Then now tell me, sir, you know about GCP, you might have known about AWS, you might have known about Azure, right? Alibaba, Oracle, IBM, different cloud platforms. Sir, what are these? Tell me, what are these? These are all cloud providers. Yes or no? What they provide us, sir? These are all cloud providers. What they provide us, if you ask me, sir, they are providing you the cloud computing services. They provide you what, sir? They are providing you the cloud computing services. Right, sir. These services are very useful for what purpose? Tell me. These services are very useful. What purpose? These services are very useful for fulfilling your project requirements. If your project requirement is to store the data, so you don't have to set up any of the machines, you have a ready-made service available to store the data. For processing, ready-made service available. For analyzing, so you can rent the services for some amount of a time and pay for whatever you are using. So these services are very useful for storing the data, processing the data, analyzing the data, visualizing the data, govern the data, monitoring and maintenance. So that's what is the cloud providers do. So one of such a cloud platform is a Google Cloud Platform, sir. One of such a cloud platform is a Google Cloud Platform. Sir, Google Cloud Platform is a leading cloud provider which provide you the cloud computing services for the organizations to fulfill their project requirements. Google Cloud Platform is one of the leading cloud provider which provides you the cloud computing services for the organizations to fulfill their projects by storing the data, processing the data, analyzing the data, visualizing the data, creating the applications, scaling the applications, and deploying the applications and services in the cloud. So that is what is Google Cloud. All right. So you can also see here. So Google Cloud Platform is a leading cloud provider that offers a range of products and solutions to help the organizations to build the application, deploy the application, scale the applications and services in the cloud. So these services are highly available, secure, and scalable infrastructure it is offering. And Google has its own network and data centers throughout the world. Even in India also we have Delhi and Mumbai we have the GCP data centers available. Okay, so that's all. Google is operating throughout the world. It is offering you the highly reliable, secure, and scalable infrastructure throughout the world with a network of multiple data centers. Even in India also we have two data centers in Mumbai and Delhi. Right? So GCP is offering what, sir? GCP is offering plenty of the services. So for example, how the Google Cloud Platform looks like, let me gonna show you how the GCP. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna tell you the how to create an account later. So this is how Google Cloud Platform looks like. So GCP is offering you plenty of the services. You can just go here and click on solutions, all products. You will be able to see all the products and services here. So GCP is offering you these many services. You see, management services, compute services, storage services. Sir, I wanted to store the data. You can see here, you click on this service, you can use this service to store the data. Right? You can create a bucket to store the data inside it. You can go, so for example, I have a multiple buckets here. I can select the bucket here, so you can store the data inside it. So if you wanted to upload a file, you can directly store these files over here. So for storing the data, processing the data, analyzing the data, all the activities we can do it within the Google Cloud Platform, everyone. So this is how the GCP interface looks like. We are going to see how to create an account and how to do all of those things. We will see it. For now, so Google Cloud interface looks like this. Okay. And what are the services it is offering, sir? If you ask me, so GCP is offering you compute services, identity and security services, management tools, networking services, big data services, storage and database services, and machine learning services. It is offering you a plenty of the services for the organizations according to their project requirement. They can use any of these services. Okay. Yes. And these services, why we learn the GCP, sir, if you ask me, is that these services are cost effective. Majorly, the best factor is that people come to the Azure to GCP or AWS to GCP because of this cost effective nature. So Google has a very good community support. GCP is offering you cost effective services, and these services are flexible, scalable, reliable, secure, fully managed services. Also it is offering this interface is very simple and easy to use. So Google has a plenty of the opportunity, sorry, plenty of the community support guys already, and it is offering you the cost effective services. These services are flexible, scalable, reliable, secure, and fully managed services, and the interface is very simple and fast also. So this is how it is. Right? I hope you guys got some idea about the GCP. At least few details about the GCP you might have got it. What is GCP? Why GCP? At least some details you got it right. That's more than enough. And Google is, you can see here the in the last quarter you can see the growth rate for the GCP is comparatively very high than the AWS and Azure also, meaning that most of the companies have started using the GCP because of its cost effective nature and plenty of the services it is offering. Okay, so let me gonna stop here for a few minutes. If anyone have any questions on data engineering or Google Cloud Platform, a high level, I'm going to talk about the next thing we are going to see the curriculum, guys. The next thing that we are going to talk about is curriculum. Before me talking about the course curriculum, if you guys have any questions on the definition point of view, don't worry about all of those things we will see in our upcoming sessions. If you have any questions, you can please raise your hand. We will talk about it. Please raise your hand. Do not talk directly. Let's go with a systematic way. If you have any questions, please raise your hand. I'm going to give you the time for you to ask the questions. Okay, let me gonna tell you the course curriculum also. The course curriculum is, I'm gonna tell you the course curriculum on a high level so that you guys can understand what we are going to cover as a part of this session. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna put here, guys. So, or maybe I'll write it. That's easy. I'm gonna write it here, guys. So first thing, the GCP course curriculum, GCP data engineering curriculum, guys. So we are going to have a GCP data engineering curriculum. So first thing, as a part of the GCP data engineering, first we are going to start with the cloud basics. The very first thing that we are going to start is cloud basics, guys. We will be starting our course with cloud basics. So in this cloud basics, we are going to talk about first GCP introduction, GCP interfaces, GCP console walkthrough. In this console walkthrough, I'm going to tell you how to create a free account in the GCP, guys. I'm going to tell you how to create a free tier account. GCP locations, what is location, what is region, what is zone. GCP IAM and admin. Some of the basic concepts related to what is IAM, how to provide a permissions, how to take care of the access control in the Google Cloud Platform. We are going to learn about it. So this is a part of the cloud basics. So as a part of the GCP data engineering course, we are going to first start with the cloud basics. Right? As a part of the cloud basics, we are going to talk about the introduction, interfaces, console walkthrough, GCP location. So this is what we are going to see first. Then we are going to see the programming. So we are going to enter into the programming, guys. So as a part of this programming, we are going to first to see the Linux basics. Linux basics or Linux basics. Then Python for data engineers. Python for data engineers. All right. Then we are also learning about PySpark. We will also learn about the Apache Beam. We will also learn about the Apache Beam programming model. So these are the programming concepts that we are going to learn. So everyone must know the Linux basics, Python, PySpark, and Apache Beam. So we are going to learn about these things. Once this is cloud basics and programming is completed, then we will be entering into the GCP data engineering tools. We will be entering into the GCP data engineering. GCP DE services or tools or whatever you can call it as, we will be entering into that. As a part of this one, we are going to see first thing, that is cloud storage. You all know about it as Google Cloud Storage. You can also call it as a GCS, cloud storage. Then we will learn about Cloud SQL. Then we will learn about BigQuery. We will learn about Dataproc, Dataflow, PubSub, Airflow or Composer. You call it as anything. Both are same. Or Cloud Functions. Cloud Functions or Cloud Run Functions you call. And the Databricks that we have recently added, we are also covering the Databricks as a part of the GCP. Okay, so these are all the things that we are seeing as a GCP data engineering tools. Okay, once this is also completed. All right, while we are covering the GCP data engineering services, we may be covering a lot of projects, case studies, and pipelines. We're going to talk about that. So we may be covering a lot of projects, pipelines, or case studies, whatever you can call it as case studies. We will be covering a lot of these things. So let me going to just mention that about also. Right. So while we are covering all of these things, we may be covering a lot of things such as, um, database migration, DB migration, database migration in the Cloud SQL. Okay, we will be learning about in the Cloud SQL, we are going to cover database migration. How to migrate the data from on-premises to the cloud. We will learn about database migration project. So this is a database migration project. Then we will learn about BigQuery 2 case studies and the BigQuery 2 analytics case studies, analytics case studies in BigQuery. Then BigQuery we are going to cover. So this is second thing. The third thing is 3 end-to-end pipelines. End-to-end pipelines. When I say pipelines, it could be batch and streaming both. So that is PySpark, Dataproc, PySpark jobs. Here it is, Dataproc, PySpark. We are going to use in the Dataproc. We are going to use PySpark. Okay, PySpark. So that's one more thing that we are covering as a part of this thing. Okay, and then 3 end-to-end pipelines again batch and streaming here also. That is nothing but data flow beam jobs. Data flow beam jobs. These are data flow beam we are using. And then 4 end-to-end DAGs. 4 end-to-end DAGs in the Airflow or Composer. You can give anything, Composer or Airflow. And we will also learn about one structured streaming, as well as one autoloader case study in Databricks. Okay, in Databricks. So this is also offered. Okay. So finally, after this course, I'm gonna give you one project for free. One project for free. That's of around 5 hours of project for free. So this is complimentary. This is complimentary, guys. As a complimentary one project, actually 2 projects I will talk about. I say 2 projects, actually 2 projects for free I'm going to give you. This is complimentary again. So this is complementary. So these are the things that we are going to cover as a part of this sessions. Okay, two complementary projects for free. And okay, maybe let me just move it up so that it is easy. Yeah. Okay. And now one more thing I wanted to tell you, that is, so this is GCP data engineering, right? So I'm going to just put it over here, GCP data engineering. And I would like to talk about GCP. Okay, the timings, right? So the what is the duration and all of those details. So let me gonna put it here. So when it comes to the course details, right? I'm gonna mention the course details here. Course details. We all know that the course is GCP data engineering, and the it is a 3 months duration. The duration will be 3 months, and daily 1 hour session will be there, live Monday to Friday. No session on Saturday, Sunday. Monday to Friday, 1 hour daily. Okay, daily one hour daily. Okay, and we will also provide you the daily recordings. Don't worry about that. If you miss the session, don't worry. So daily recordings will be shared. Daily recordings will be shared, and you will also get some resume templates. If you guys wanted to prepare your resume, you will also get resume templates, and we'll have a material. So this is running nodes, and this is, I would not call it as a nodes, material or nodes. This is going to be very famous. I'll show you. And you will also get interview questions, commonly asked interview questions. So these are all the things about our course, guys. So this is mostly about our course. So this is course details. You have it here. The course is GCP data engineering, 3 months of duration, live sessions Monday to Friday, daily recordings will be shared, resume templates, material and notes, and interview questions are also offered. Interview questions also provided. So this is all about our course. Maybe I'll just put this one over here, and just put it this thing over here, over here. Yeah, I think this makes sense. This is looking good now. So this is our course, sir. This is about GCP data engineering course curriculum. You can see everything in a single page. You will be able to see all the things, right? So I did not mention the course timings, right? So I'm going to mention the timings over here. Timings is, or I'll just say timings is 7:30 to 8:30 a.m. every day. Oh, sorry, it's an evening batch, right? So 9:30 to 10:30 p.m. daily, Monday to Friday. This is the timing, guys. IST. Okay, so this is the timings for the course. This is a course timings, guys. 9:30 to 10:30 p.m. IST. You can see everything, right? So course, cloud basics, then programming, then GCP data engineering. While we are covering, so projects, case studies, and pipelines will be covered. And as a complementary, I will be providing you two projects for free. One is healthcare project, one more is trips analysis on Databricks project. Two things, one is on GCP, one is on Databricks. Right? So this is all about our course. I hope you guys got some idea about the course also. If anyone have any questions on the course, please raise your hand. If anyone have any questions on the course, you can please raise your hand. Okay, I'm gonna call you. If anyone have any questions, raise your hand. Yes. Sweta, you have any questions? Sweta. Huh? So with this course, we will be helping you until the course completion, two projects and interview questions material. So we're not performing any mock interviews, and that's not enough. That's not mandatory also for you, because this course is going to be more interactive session. We will be covering everything, and once you apply for the companies in the Naukri, you will get a very good number, of course, because there's a good demand. The only thing is that you have to do a good practice. Yes, we are not offering any mock interviews or anything. Yeah. Yes, as a part. Yes, you can see here. It's already there. Maybe I'll show you. I forgot to show you our notes, guys. We have a dedicated notes for this entire course, and I spend a lot of time preparing it. First thing, we will be covering the cloud basics. I told maybe for you how it looks like. Maybe I'll show you. For me, this is my note, so that's the reason it looks like. For you, how it looks like? It's a ready-made notes and readily available over the web only. And once you provided the access, you will be able to access this thing. Once you enroll for the course, you will get an access to this one note of mine, and this is how the notebook looks like for you. And you can see cloud basics. So first, we will be starting with the cloud basics. You can see here, guys, cloud introduction, interfaces, console walkthrough, GCP locations, GCP IAM and admin, account creation. I told you how to create a free tier account in the GCP, installing the SDK, Linux basics. So all of these things we will be covering. A very good notes which I have prepared. You can see everything here itself. And then once the cloud basics is covered, then we will go to the programming. So in the Python, so this is Python where we are going to cover 4 chapters: chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4. Data types, data structures, if, elif, for loops, while loops, exceptional handling, file input, functions and classes. And then go to the GCS. What is GCS? How to work with it? And then cloud SQL. What is cloud SQL? Architecture, connecting it to the cloud SQL. I told you database migration project. You see, you have here database migration project. We are going to have a database migration project, and what are the phases will be there, how the team structure will be there. So all of those things you are going to see. And then we will implement the database migration project here. Then we go to the BigQuery, right? So BigQuery is one of the commonly used throughout JCP data engineering projects. So what is BigQuery? BigQuery's architecture here, and BigQuery data sets for practice purpose, and working with the BigQuery, the BigQuery's hierarchy, and different ways of creating the tables, supported data types, table creations, different methods. Table types, there are 2 types of tables, like native table, external table, partitioning and clustering, and the complex data types, right? So such as array kind of a data, JSON kind of a data, dictionary kind of a data, right? Unnesting and repeated data. Examples: nested and repeated fields. And assignments for you: case study 1. I told you 2 case studies, right? One is case study 1 here, case study 2 here. In the BigQuery, 2 case studies. Yes. And BigQuery views and optimization techniques. Then dataproc. In the dataproc, what is actually the Hadoop? What is Spark? How people were working in the Hadoop and Spark? What is that? What is dataproc? How it is different from the Hadoop and Spark? We are going to learn about it. How to create a cluster for processing, and what is Spark and PySpark, and lab sessions. We are going to learn the PySpark here. You see PySpark basics, nothing but the lab session. This is a Jupyter notebook. And sample data set for practice purpose. I told you 3 case studies. Case study 1 in the data proc. So this is a project case study. So you can see here, this is kind of a project only. You know, this is a previous architecture, current architecture, future architecture of a project. So case study 1, case study 2 here. This is a real world patient healthcare data case study, and the case study 3 for the machine learning objects. This is one more case study. So you have everything. Assignment also here, assignment 1, assignment 2, assignment 3. So all of these things are here. After that, we will talk about data flow. What is data flow? How it is different from the data proc? What is Apache Beam? What is cloud data flow? How to create a pipeline? What is P collection? What is P transformation? Lab sessions. Again, learning the Apache Beam. Here we are going to learn the Apache Beam. Sample data set for practice. Case study 1, and template method of creating the pipeline, that is case study 2, and case study 3. 3 case studies. I did not name it properly. So this is streaming pipelines also covered. And then PubSub. What is PubSub? PubSub architecture, how it actually works. Airflow, nothing but composer. What is Airflow? What is workflow orchestration tool? The composer architecture. And what is DAG? How to create the DAG, cron job format, creating the composer environment, level 1 DAG for orchestrating the BigQuery jobs, Level 2 DAG for orchestrating the data proc jobs. Level 3 DAG for orchestrating the data flow jobs. Level 4 for parent and child DAG. Level 5 is an assignment and implementing the CI/CD with the help of the Airflow. Right? We are going to implement the CI/CD with the help of the GitHub, Cloud Build, and Cloud Composer. So that's also there. And data fusion is a complementary. We are not covering. It's a complementary for you. And cloud functions. And what is cloud function? Use case one and the use case two is for assignment. Databricks. That's our final topic. So what is Databricks? Databricks introduction. Databricks architecture. Setting up the Databricks on top of the Google Cloud Platform. Lab sessions, clusters, notebooks, DB utility commands, Unity catalog, Delta tables, structured streaming, autoloader, Databricks project for free. Right? So I told you all of these things. So this is how the end-to-end notes. And once after the course is completed, you have my LinkedIn community and the resume templates for those people who wanted to prepare the resume. Resume templates are here. Interview introduction for those people who wanted to go for an interview introduction, project 1 explanation, project 2 explanation, data engineering theoretical questions over here, scenario based questions, right? So you see here what is how it actually works and all of those things. Coding questions, SQL coding questions, Python coding questions, PySpark questions, manager round kind of a questions, certification dumps who wanted to go for certification also. So everything is here, guys. Okay, so this is how it is. All right. Yes. Yes. Mhm. I'll talk about that. Yes, I'll talk about that. Okay. So, guys, once your course is completed, if you are having any years of experience, I have this image. I want you guys to look at this image. I think somewhere here only. Yeah, here it is. So you have how many years of experience? Don't bother. So if you are a fresher, you can learn the course, go for an interview directly. If you are a 2 years of experience, sorry, if you are a 2 years of experience, right? So this is how you have to do it. Last 1 year on the GCP, you have to put it, prepare your resume, go for the interview. If you have 3 years of experience, prepare your resume like 1.5 years on the GCP and prepare your resume, go for an interview. Rest of 1.5 years is whatever the current experience you have, you can put it. 5 years if you have, last 2 years on the GCP, prepare your resume. Current rest of the 3 years is your current experience. So that's how you have to prepare your resume and go for an interview. Okay. Yes. Yes. Yes, Ram Prasad. You have any question? Yes, Ram. You have any question? Yes, please. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. Hey, Sai, I'll give you the time. So I forgot that. So I'll give you the time. So sorry, guys. What happened today? I'll tell you. So actually, there was two sessions happening at the same time. Please allow me. Two Zoom sessions actually. Two meets are actually happening at the same time because we did not plan it properly. So this will not happen in the future sessions, but this is something that a demo session, right? So allow me that I'm going to give you the time to ask me the question. I will call your name. Please raise your hand. I will call your name. Okay. For now, yes, Ram. Ram, you have any question? Yes, please. Go ahead. Ram Prasad. Yeah. Yes, please. Yes, please. Good evening. Yes, yes, that's a very good answer that they have given, but they only look at the opportunities. They don't look at the competition. Yes. So the question is that one of his friend is suggested to go with Azure, then GCP or AWS, right? So they are asking them to go with Azure. Yes, because Azure is providing you a plenty of opportunities. It is an established market. Plenty of opportunities are there. But the thing is, at the risk of plenty of the competition, there's a huge competition. For sure, you can go to the Azure also. No one is actually stopping you. But the good suggestion is going with the GCP is because less competition. Getting the job is easy. Because when you go for Azure or AWS as a data engineer, you are going to see a huge competition because it's a established market. People like you, maybe you are learning the Azure now. People like you maybe learn the Azure like from the last 6 7 years onwards. You have to compete with those people. Getting the job becomes very difficult to do that. But when you go for GCP, GCP is new, and GCP has a very good market now, right? Even though it is new to the world, new to the market, GCP grabbed almost 20% of the market. Azure is having 30, around 30% of the market, and GCP, as it is a new, also it is actually grabbed 20% of the market. There's a huge opportunities are there, less competition. Getting the job becomes easy. So it's like this one, that if you wanted to look for the opportunities, go for Azure, but getting the job becomes highly difficult because huge competition. Equal number of, almost equal number of opportunities with GCP also, but the market is very high and the opportunity is also very good with the less competition. I suggest you to go with the GCP, because I'm gonna tell you one more thing. I'm also a trainer for Azure Data Engineering. I also teach Azure Data Engineering. You can also attend my Azure Data Engineering trainings. But the thing is, if you ask me, sir, while you are teaching both of them, which one is good for me as a student who are learning for the first time, I suggest you to go as a GCP data engineering, because if I'm training, the cost of the fee for both of these things is same. I put the same cost for both of these things, but the thing is, I highly suggest you to go for the GCP for if you are learning for the first time. But if you wanted to, already know about the Azure, sir, I wanted to find unit, go for Azure. But if you are looking for an opportunity, enter into the IT industry as a data engineer, GCP is better. Okay, yeah. Yes, Pawan, you have any question? Okay, no problem. Yes, please. Mm-hmm. The thing is, it's like this one. Once you know one cloud platform, it's better. It is easy for you to learn the other cloud also. Okay, it's like this one. See, at first I know about the AWS. Later I learned about Azure, and I'm also working in GCP. So multi-cloud. So the moment you know one cloud, right, it becomes easy to work on other cloud platforms. Yes. Yes, Santaros. I'm not sure how to call it. Okay. Okay. Yes, Prashant. Yes, please. No problem. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. 1 minute. 1 minute, Leela. I'll give you the time. Yes. So PubSub is a more of a streaming data ingestion tool. We are going to create one pipeline using the PubSub in the data flow. Okay, so I'm gonna show you here. So we will be see PubSub is a streaming data ingestion tool. So we are going to create one streaming data pipeline using the PubSub here. PubSub topic here. I mentioned topic, nothing but PubSub topic, right? So that's yeah. We are going to create a pipeline out of it. Yes. Okay. Yes, please. Yeah. You will be able to work on data engineering projects as a senior level. So that's how the course will be. So you will be getting a good knowledge of like for a person who learning the course for like 2 years or 2.5 years, that much level of experience I'll be trying to teach you, so that you can expose the same thing in the interviews also. you can able to work comfortably in the company also. Okay, that way I'll be teaching you. Yes, yes, yes. Leela, you were asking something. Yes, please. Leela P. Right. Okay. A lot of things we are going to cover. I might have shown you just now, right? So data proc and data flow, these are the things. What is Hadoop, what is Spark, data proc, what is data proc, how it is different from it, creating the cluster, what is Spark architecture, what is Spark architecture, and how the Spark works when you are reading the data, what is PySpark, and all of these things comes into the picture. Even in the lab sessions, even more things are there. So you are going to learn PySpark, and then we create the jobs out of it for each and every use case. Yeah. And similarly, the same thing goes for the data flow also. Data flow, how it is different from the data proc, what is Apache Beam, how many language it supports, P collections, P transform, Apache Beam pipeline, creating the workbenches, lab sessions. Again, we learn the Apache Beam here, how to read, how to transform, P transform, all of these things we are going to see, reading and loading. And then case study 1, case study 2, case study 3, three case studies. Batch pipeline, streaming pipeline we are going to cover. Okay? Yes. We will be covering. So that's I did not show you, right? So it's in the lab sessions comes, right? So whatever it's a code. It's a code you have to write it. In Azure Data Factory, it's a UI, right? But here you have to write the code. So the moment double click on it, you have to write the code, how to read, how to transform, all of these things. It's a very big notebook. How to read it from a CSV file, JSON file, text file, and how to transform it, how to load it, right? So all the things comes into the picture. Transformations are here. Reading this, adding columns, verifying null, filtering, dropping duplicates, joining aggregations. Many things comes into the picture. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Yes, Sainath Reddy. You have any question? Terraform is not mandatory, but that the Terraform is a complementary. You can also go here. So Terraform is one of the complementaries. The complementary project is here. Complementary topic, that is Terraform also here. You can go here. So there's a Terraform video also which start by me. You can go for it. Complementary is nothing but videos provided, guys. Okay. Yeah. Yes, you can use a Terraform. Yes, for that. Yes. Okay. Terraform is a complementary topic. The recordings has 1 year access, guys. Recordings are 1 year access. So usually the recording after 1 year automatically gets deleted. So you can connect with us. And they will, I mean, our team will try to provide you at a charge of something at the recent recording, that particular recent recording they'll try to provide you. Okay. Yes. Yes, Jagadish, you have any question? Mhm. That was merging the code and all. We're not doing it because merging the code is something, you know, that will be done by your DevOps or infrastructure engineers. But the GitHub related activities as a data developer, we are data engineer. We will be seeing some few things over here in there. Yes, yes. Uh-huh. Yes, yes. That will be coming in two things. In two projects, it will come. Yes. Mm. Yes. 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 Prem Kumar, right? I think Prem Kumar. Yes, yes. Python, all the things are Python is covered. Yeah, these are all the tips. Yes. Yes, Prem Kumar, you are asking something. Sorry, I forgot. So yeah, I mentioned over here the job titles are more of a GCP data engineer, big data engineer, big data specialist. Okay. Yes. No, no. ML we are not covering. You are not eligible for ML if you are learning in data engineering. Okay. Yes. Mm-hmm. No, no. Those are different roles. DevOps, data engineering, ML, AI. These are different roles, and they have their different roles and responsibilities. Okay. Yes. No, we are using a free account for it. We are using a free account, so you don't have to pay anything for this thing. I'm gonna tell you how to create a free tier account, guys. Okay, I'm gonna tell you how to create a free tier account for entire pipeline creation, practice, and demo, everything. Okay. Yes. Yes, Ranjit Kumar, you have any question? Yes, please. No, it's not like that. So, see, Databricks is a standalone independent application, can be deployed on anything so that anyone can use it. Yes. Not much. That's not important for data engineer, but some idea you are going to get it here in this one. Yes. Yep. Yes. Vamshi Krishna, you have any question, please? Vamshi Krishna, you have raised your hand. You have any question? Yes, please. I can't hear you. Yes, please. Yeah, I forgot to tell you. Yes. The prerequisite I forgot to tell you guys, that's basic knowledge on the SQL, right? So SQL is the prerequisite knowledge, guys. So I think that is missing here, right? Or when you look at this entire course, SQL is missing because that's a prerequisite for this course. Basic knowledge on the SQL is prerequisite. Even you don't know, also don't worry. I'm gonna tell you where you can learn it and how you can learn it, right? So you have here, this is where you can learn it. So I'm gonna paste the YouTube link also where how you can learn it also. Okay. The prerequisite for the course is SQL, guys. Okay. Yeah. Basic knowledge in the SQL. No, you will be. There's nothing called on-premises data engineer nowadays. Everyone is working in the cloud only. So we will be going as a cloud GCP data engineer. Okay. Yes. Yes. Python, PySpark, SQL. Right. Yes. This thing on. Yes, yes. PySpark, SQL is the major thing. As a data engineer, you do everything on those things only. You will use those things only as a coding. Yes. So we will be spending more time there only. Yes. So the one of the question is, sir, as these are demo sessions, when are the actual regular sessions are happening? So for that one, I would like to give you this thing, guys. The answer for this one, sir, when are the regular sessions are happening? For that one, today and tomorrow free demo session, guys. So free demo session today and tomorrow, demo, free demo. So we are having it today, right? So that is 21st today, and tomorrow also free demo tomorrow, guys. So don't forget it. We are going to have a free demo to 22nd, right? After that, the regular sessions are going to be starting from Monday. Monday onwards, the regular sessions are going to be starting. The regular sessions are starting from Monday, guys. That's nothing but 26th. 26th onwards regular session. So don't think that so this is going to be the first session. This is going to be the continuous session only. So today we are talking about only the topics, right? Tomorrow it is going to be the real topic that we are going to cover, that how to interact with the different services in the Google Cloud platform. We are going to see. Right. So tomorrow is a real world topic, guys. Don't miss it. Very important session. We are going to talk about it tomorrow. Okay. Very GCP interfaces. GCP intro and interfaces we are going to see tomorrow. Very important session, everyone must know. Okay. Yes. Yes, Manish Kumar, you have any question? Manish Kumar, I see that you are not able to raise your hand. Okay, I do not see Manish Kumar here. Yeah, anyone have any question? Please raise your hand, guys. Yes, Ranjit Kumar, you have any question? I'll let you know. Yes. Okay. Sir, guys, pin the number if you wanted to do any kind of a payment related activities. Okay, so you have the phone numbers already attached in the chat boxes. Please ping them, and so that they will help you how to make the payments and how to do all of those things. Okay. Yes. Okay. All right. So are you facilitating any interaction? So we can do that. We can do that. Yes. Yes, Ram. There are many people from the last batch. Recently, one of the guy also called me, said that I have received 3 offer letters. Okay, he was, so there are many people. I'm telling you guys. Okay, for those people who are putting an effort, there's a very good demand outside. For now, from last 15 days onwards, there were no opportunities, not major opportunities, because there are opportunities, but not much because it was a holiday season. But next, after 1 month, I would say maybe that is nothing but February, Feb mid onwards, there will be good opportunities, right? So but for now this is a holiday season, so it is best time for you to focus on learning, so that March or April, at that point of time there's a huge opportunities, and there are huge number of openings will be there, because that's a new financial will start, right? So there's a huge number of opportunities will, by the time you should be ready. Okay. Yes. Yes, Shweta, you have any question? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Of course, you should be, if you have a proper documents and if you are following my sessions regularly, for sure that is possible. It's possible, and it was already proven by plenty of the people. Okay, the only thing is that you manage all your proper documents to join a company, because they'll ask you the previous company documents, and once you are able to fill your documents, and then this course will give you a very good way and good number of calls, so that you can easily crack it. Okay. Yes. Yes, sure. Yes, 2.5. I suggest you to put 3 years, right? 3 years will give you good number of calls. Yes. Not like that. No, 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 no. With this course, you are going to learn a lot of things. Okay, you can put. Yeah. Yes. All right. Anyone have any questions, guys? Okay. So we have covered our first demo session today, and we have completed the first demonstration successfully. Tomorrow we are going to start the actual topic. We are going to talk about GCP introduction and GCP interfaces, how to interact with the GCP with the multiple methods. We are going to see it. And after that, whoever wanted to continue, they can do the enrollments, and they can start regular session from 26th onwards. Today and tomorrow it is free, guys. Don't forget to join the tomorrow session. Tomorrow session is very important, very basic to understand. Okay. Yes. Thank you all. Have a great day. Bye bye. We will meet in the tomorrow session. Thank you all. I hope you have learned something today. Thank you, guys. Bye bye. Thank you. Bye bye.